Yo guys, how's it going here? Just thought I'd make a quick little video, little update. I'm just driving to a drum clinic right now. Hope you're all doing well. A little update. So Natasha and I have been doing the keto thing for about 5 months now. Feeling pretty damn good for the most part. At the very beginning though, I'll just give you a little background. Before we did keto, we were kind of going towards a lower carb kind of, you know, overall lifestyle in general before we even fully switched to keto. But the first major change that we did was we just went full on carnivore for about 3 weeks. And I have to be honest with you, that is when I felt the best in my whole life. I was basically just eating a lot of red meat, although I think I was eating some bacon and eggs and things as well, and dark chocolate. And I was not fully keto adapted when I first went to carnivore. That meaning, you know, changing your energy source from glucose to fat. I was not fully fat adapted, but it didn't take me long to get there, as you're having pretty much zero carbs in your body when you're just doing carnivore. So anyway, the update is we're gonna kind of jump back into that just for 3 weeks and see how we respond to it. Because to be honest, when I made the switch from carnivore after those 3 weeks to keto, it was basically just because I was getting a little bored with just eating steak, you know. But I find like now that I've been in keto for a while, like my relationship with steak has grown quite a bit. I find myself, that is now my favorite food, and I'm just constantly drawn to that. Also because I feel so fucking good when I have a big fat ribeye. Like for instance, today I sat down and ate a 42-ounce ribeye without the bone, because I measure it with, you know, with the bone before cooked, and then I measure the bone after to get the exact, you know, measurement, the weight, right? So by the end it was 31 ounces right on the nose. So I ate 31 ounces of steak this morning. I just, you know, and it amazes me how easy that is to get down. I just, boom, ate the whole fucking thing. And I'm feeling really good right now. And the thing about the carnivore vibe is when you cut out all of the vegetables, you know, it's hard to know which vegetables your stomach is sensitive to and whatnot, like, because we eat a variety of different vegetables. I know I did, so it's hard to say like, okay, which ones are good for me, which ones bloat me, which, you know, like, what do I feel best on, what do I enjoy eating, which ones have more toxins in them. There's all these things, right, that you got to think about when you're consuming like lots of veggies. I'm not totally keen on having tons of veggies, because I used to eat a lot of vegetables back when I was on the more high carb, high protein bodybuilding diet. So where now it's way lower carbs on the keto thing, right? But having pretty decent amount of vegetables, like a big bowl. But I find after being on this keto thing for the last 5 months or so, occasionally I'll get kind of just some bloat. And I know it's not from the meat, because when I was just eating meat on the carnivore, my stomach was never so flat, and it just never felt so good, you know. And you don't shit as much, which is interesting, because I mean, your body is absorbing most of the meat, like and it's using that for fuel. Like you're not you're not passing a lot of stuff through. Like when you're eating lots of veggies, you know, all that fiber, you're gonna pass that right through your body, and the carbs are all coming from your vegetables on keto, right? So, and I was getting between 20 to about 30 grams of carbs per day, maybe a little more if you include the little, I like to have a little bit of dark chocolate, you know, 70% to 85%, those are my favorites. So cutting out all the carbs can really do some good. Just doing the carnivore thing, even if you want to cycle back, like we're just going to do it for 3 weeks, see how we feel. Now that we're fully fat adapted, it might be totally different. So we're just going to give that a shot. And there's a lot of research on just your, you know, the bacteria in your gut. Even if you're having low carb, you're still getting very specific little bugs in there from the vegetables, and they thrive in that glucose that's in your system, that because you're getting some carbs, so that apparently will kill off all those little bugs that feed off of the glucose and thrive in that environment when you go carnivore. So that's going to be an interesting experiment to see how that goes, because I was finding, you know, I do enjoy vegetables, but I don't believe that they're that nutritious for us. I've just from cutting them out entirely and feeling better than I ever have, it's clear to me that vegetables may have some nutrients, but in compared to like a good quality piece of red meat, like a ribeye that you can get locally sourced, with lots of fat in there, it just doesn't compare. I can't compare it, you know. And then having to throw all the oils on your salad, which is great, like it tastes great, MCT oil is great, coconut oil is great, avocado, olive oil, it's all good stuff. But at the same time, like when you get those fats straight from some red meat, it's a different type of feeling. It's hard to explain. It's not easy to explain, because if you haven't done it before, like the full-on carnivore thing, like it's a totally different environment that your body's thriving on. The zero carb thing it's another level. Now that we're fully adapted, I'm excited to see what happens here, you know. Just because I found with the vegetables and the little bit of carbs that we're getting, sometimes it can make you a little bloated, you know. Just because I do like to have a variety of vegetables, but at the same time, it's sometimes good to kind of hit the reset button and just clear out the system, because I find it's the pesticides and things that are used on those veggies, even if they're organic, there's a list of approved pesticides that are on those vegetables, unless you're going to grow them yourself in your backyard and all that, which I don't have fucking time to do that. But you're probably not going to get the yield. You're just not going to be able to grow that amount of veggies, you know, to consume that much. But I mean, you can just have a little bit, and I find when I do just have a little bit of veggies, I'm fine. But when I cut them out and I'm just having good quality meat, I'm not talking, you know, you can't be eating shit meat on this carnivore, like hot dogs and bacon all the time. Like bacon's fine, okay, sometimes, but you gotta source your meat from good quality sources, like local farmers, grass-fed beef, if you can. If you can't, it's fine. Like, it's not that necessary, okay? But some people say that if you can do it, go for it, you know. But try to get local. Obviously, don't get the stuff from No Frills, or who the fuck knows where that came from, or how those cows are treated. You don't want the feedlot cows, because they've been under a lot of stress, and the cortisol levels in those poor animals, it's horrible. So go for local. And if you haven't tried a carnivore thing, you know, I highly recommend it. It's good to give your body a break from all the fucking shit that we eat. Things build up. Even if you're just on a normal diet, you could just literally get a fuckload of steaks, you know, even get some pork if you want. But I recommend just sticking to good quality steaks if you can, because that's where it's at for me. I always feel the best. But you can also have some ground beef in there. Again, have some bacon. Good quality sausage. Don't buy the shit breakfast sausage. That's usually filled with all kinds of fillers and garbage like that. You know, you don't want that. Salmon's really good. You know, I would want to stay away from like chicken breast, to be honest, because there's not a lot of fat in that. That's gonna throw your fat levels way down. If you're gonna have to add more fat to chicken breasts. And I ate so many chicken breasts over the years, thinking that was the way to go in terms of the bodybuilding lifestyle, and it's a goddamn mess. It's so boring, you know. I don't miss chicken breasts. I haven't had them in months, literally. We do buy, we make our own chicken wings, so that's another option. They're quite delicious. We have like a keto rub that we do, and it's unbelievable. Same thing with ribs. We do a really tasty rub. We've posted some of those on Instagram here, but I can send you a link if you want to try that. But anyway, it's just, we're just feeling like it's time to go back to that and just kind of clear out the system. We've been feeling good, but I think I'll even feel better from just giving myself a break from the carbs in general. Now that we're fully adapted and ready to just jump right into this, and I'm interested to see how my PRs are gonna go at the gym, because I was doing pretty good on the keto. Everything was, I'm still gaining strength, gaining muscle, and certain lifts here and there, so it's good. But again, when I was just doing meat, it's a different level, man. Let me tell you, it's a completely different feeling. The energy levels were just insane. And when we switched to keto, they were still pretty good, but I felt like the more vegetables I ate, the less energy I kind of felt, you know? Which is funny. Like, I thought I might feel better, you know, having going carnivore for a while and then to keto, getting those nutritious veggies, you know? But it simply wasn't the case. If anything, my stomach felt way better just on the meat. So it might be worth trying out. And then another thing you can do is just cut out all the veggies, just have your steaks, have some ground beef, you know, switch it up if you need to with different fatty meats. Like, avoid lean meats at all costs, because you need the fats, okay? You need those healthy, juicy fats. Eat the fat, eat the cartilage, eat all that collagen on the meat. It grows on you when you cook it. When you cook the steak perfectly, it's very enjoyable to have that fat, and those fatty acids are going to make your mind just soar through the universe. Seriously, man, it's fucking great. It's worth trying, because what the fuck do you have to lose? Oh, you tried it, you feel like shit, whatever, then it's, you know, whatever, you tried it. But the thing is, if you don't try these things, you'll never know what it feels like to feel even better. And that's what a lot of people are like, well, I feel great, I have lots of energy. So did I, for years. And I thought, like, it doesn't get better than this. And then I heard about all this stuff, this keto, carnivore, and all these low carb things. And I was like, oh, what? And then you know, Sean Baker, like, he's a 51-year-old surgeon who's super jacked, and he's been eating steak and only steak for the last almost 2 years now, probably, or something like that. And he's making gains, he's deadlifting crazy amounts of weight at 51 years old. He's probably 52 now. And he's just destroying it, making world records and shit on this. Anyway, you gotta be open-minded to trying this stuff, because the way the system is set up, you can't just get information from a system that's kind of outdated, you know? Getting nutritional information from a doctor's not always the best and most reliable source. They don't study nutrition, you know? That's just not, they don't know that. They're prescribed, you know, they just prescribe medicine, you know, for various diseases and whatever. It's great, you know, and there's some amazing things doctors can do. When you break a leg or something, it's amazing what they can fix you up, man. They can put a new heart in you. It's unbelievable. But a lot of people with just horrible diseases, you know, and food is a huge factor, you know, these carbs and sugars and shit. We gotta wake up and realize that stuff is not great for you. When you're 20, it's different. You can kind of be on a high carb diet and be pretty lean and feel pretty good. But as you get older, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And then that's where I was starting to feel kind of shitty. My strength wasn't really happening. And then my hormones must have been all fucked up from just not having enough fat, you know, not enough healthy fats, you know. And the carbs were just causing inflammation. I was eating way too many egg whites, which, you know, I would buy those things from Costco, there's rows of those fucking things, and eat tons of them, and they're making me feel like shit. But I didn't know, because I didn't know there was anything else out there, you know. And then eventually, boom, this came out. Tried it, and it's amazing. So we're gonna give this a shot here and see how this goes. Returning to the carnivorous diet, and I never felt so goddamn good on this. So we're gonna hit it back. Like I said, just today had my, you know, 31-ounce steak, and I'm feeling amazing. And we're gonna keep you updated on how this goes. And this doesn't mean I'm gonna stay on this carnivorous diet forever, but I think it's important to sometimes reduce your carbs to nothing and just start a reset, you know. Get that out of your gut, get the glucose, most of it, out, and then you can kind of reintroduce some veggies again later, you know, and see how you feel. And it's also good to do your own experiments like this. You can't just do what other people are doing and just you know, you have to try it for yourself to really see how you feel. And that's the answer. How do you feel? You know, if you're oh, I feel great, but you haven't tried something different, then maybe try it. Because how do you know? Maybe this will be the thing that makes your life so much better. Give you that little boost to get up early in the morning, get more shit done, you know, have a clear mind, a clear perspective on the world. I feel I've never felt so good before in my mind. It's just so healthy. I feel happier. I'm a better husband, I believe. You know, my fuses don't blow so quickly. I don't get as stressed out. I don't need as much sleep. I'm way stronger in the gym. Way stronger with this high-fat thing. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Anyway, just wanted to share that with you. This is the carnivore test. We'll see how it goes. Returning to carnivore, and what are we? June 2018. Anyway, peace out. Have a great, wonderful day, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.